Why do 80% of Jacksonville residents brace for Hurricane Milton? The answer lies in the sheer power and unpredictability of this natural phenomenon. Hurricanes have a way of reminding us of nature's raw, untamed force, and Hurricane Milton is no exception. As the storm approaches, the atmosphere in Jacksonville is thick with tension and anticipation. Residents are seen boarding up their homes, securing their properties, and making last-minute trips to the store for essential supplies. The sense of urgency is palpable, as everyone knows that preparation is key to weathering the storm. Because it's coming in hot and heavy. The satellite images show a massive, swirling vortex of clouds and wind, a stark reminder of the storm's impending arrival. The dark storm clouds gather ominously, casting a shadow over the city and its inhabitants. The air is thick with humidity, and the wind begins to pick up, signaling the storm's approach. It's a race against time as residents rush to complete their preparations before the full force of Hurricane Milton is unleashed. Hurricane Milton, now a Category 3 storm, is set to make its impact on Jacksonville, Florida. With sustained winds of 111 to 129 miles per hour, a Category 3 hurricane is capable of causing devastating damage. Roofs can be torn off, trees uprooted, and power lines brought down. The potential for destruction is immense, and the residents of Jacksonville are acutely aware of the dangers they face. The local authorities have been working tirelessly to ensure that everyone is informed and prepared for the storm's arrival. Winds will hit 30 to 50 miles per hour along the beaches and intracoastal waterway, creating hazardous conditions for anyone in the area. The strong winds will whip up the waves, making the waters treacherous for boats and swimmers alike. Coastal erosion is also a concern, as the relentless pounding of the waves can eat away at the shoreline, causing long-term damage to the coastal infrastructure. With gusts up to 60 miles per hour. These powerful gusts can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles, posing a serious risk to anyone caught outside during the storm. Trees, already weakened by the high winds, can snap and fall, causing further damage to homes and vehicles. The sound of the wind howling through the trees and the sight of debris flying through the air serve as constant reminders of the storm's power. Inland areas could see winds of 25 to 40 miles per hour. While not as severe as the coastal areas, these winds are still strong enough to cause significant damage. Power outages are a real possibility, as the winds can bring down power lines and disrupt the electrical grid. Residents in these areas are advised to secure loose objects and stay indoors until the storm passes. Expect 4 inches of rainfall, which can lead to localized flooding. The heavy rain can overwhelm drainage systems, causing water to pool on streets and in low-lying areas. Driving becomes hazardous, as the risk of hydroplaning increases. Residents are urged to avoid unnecessary travel and to stay off the roads if possible, leading to potential flooding in St. Johns, Flagler, and Putnam counties. These areas are particularly vulnerable to flooding due to their low elevation and proximity to water bodies. The rising water levels can inundate homes and businesses, causing extensive damage and displacing residents. Emergency services are on high alert, ready to respond to any flooding incidents and assist those in need. Mayor Donna Deegan urges everyone to prepare. In her press conference, she emphasizes the importance of taking the storm seriously and following the advice of local authorities. She reassures the public that the city is doing everything in its power to protect its residents and minimize the impact of the storm. Her message is clear. Preparation and vigilance are crucial in the face of Hurricane Milton. Trees could come down, power outages are likely, and the aftermath of the storm could leave the city in disarray. The sight of fallen trees and downed utility poles is a stark reminder of the storm's destructive potential. Power outages can disrupt daily life, leaving residents without electricity for extended periods. The city is bracing for the worst, with crews on standby to begin the cleanup and repair efforts as soon as it is safe to do so. And flash flooding is a real concern. The heavy rainfall can quickly overwhelm urban drainage systems, leading to flash flooding in streets and neighborhoods. The fast-rising water can trap people in their homes and vehicles, creating dangerous situations that require swift action from emergency responders. Residents are advised to move to higher ground if they are in flood-prone areas, and to avoid walking or driving through floodwaters. Shelters are open for those in vulnerable areas, providing a safe haven for those who need to evacuate their homes. These shelters are equipped with basic necessities, such as food, water, and medical supplies, to support residents during the storm. The community comes together in these shelters, offering support and comfort to one another in a time of crisis, and some city services are suspended. In anticipation of the storm, the city has temporarily suspended non-essential services to focus on emergency response and recovery efforts. This includes closing schools, government offices, and public transportation services. Residents are encouraged to stay informed through official channels and to follow any instructions or advisories issued by local authorities. GEA has mobilized crews to tackle power outages as fast as they come. The utility company is prepared to respond to any disruptions in the power supply, with teams ready to work around the clock to restore electricity to affected areas. Their efforts are crucial in ensuring that residents have access to power and can begin the recovery process as soon as possible. Stay informed, stay safe, and take all necessary precautions. Keeping up to date with the latest weather reports and advisories is essential for staying safe during the storm. Families are encouraged to have a plan in place, including an emergency kit with essential supplies, and to know the location of the nearest shelter. By staying informed and prepared, residents can better protect themselves and their loved ones, and take all necessary precautions. This includes securing outdoor furniture, trimming trees and shrubs, and reinforcing windows and doors. Every precaution taken can help minimize the damage caused by the storm and ensure the safety of those inside. It's a community-wide effort, with neighbors helping each other to prepare and stay safe. Hurricane Milton may have weakened, but it's still packing a punch. Even as the storm loses some of its intensity, it remains a formidable force. The potential for damage and disruption is still high, and residents are urged not to let their guard down. The weakening of the storm may bring a sense of relief, but caution and preparedness are still paramount, but it's still packing a punch. Jacksonville, get ready. The city is on high alert, with everyone doing their part to prepare for the storm's impact. The sense of community and solidarity is strong, as residents come together to support one another. The storm may be fierce, but the spirit of Jacksonville